Welcome back, everyone. I'm Michelle Wax, your wing woman for dating strategy, support, and confidence. And today, what we're going to be focusing on is how to initiate a first date. So often, if you've been on the apps and maybe you're texting with someone or messaging on the app, right? It comes to a point where you want to get out and meet them, right? You want to see if there's that in-person energy, that connection in person. And as you know, I recommend doing this as quickly as possible, making a plan within just a couple days of messaging. So you're not wasting your time texting and texting and texting. Come to find a couple weeks into texting that they never actually want to meet up, or they're completely different in real person and you don't connect that well with them. So after a couple days or a little bit of conversation, if the other person hasn't made a move yet, if they haven't initiated getting out into the world, grabbing a coffee, grabbing drinks, grabbing dinner, whatever it is, it's okay to initiate it, right? I think a lot of times, especially as women, we're waiting for the man to initiate, but sometimes they just need a little bit of encouragement or almost permission to make that plan and to get on that first date. So it's really great to do, and it really allows you to get clear quickly on who is worth spending your time on and your effort on as well. So there's a couple ways to do this. And something that we work on when we're working one-on-one together is to really heal the fear of rejection. This is a big one, right? You probably don't like being rejected. No one does. But how do you start to build up a confidence and an internal trust in yourself where even if they do ghost you when you initiate going on a first date, or even if they don't want to do it, right? Or if they unmatch you even after that. I've heard of that happening plenty of times, right? You still have that internal trust, internal confidence. It doesn't really affect you, right? Because you know that it wasn't the right person for you. So working one-on-one, we really build that up. But if you're here today watching this video, I'm going to give you a couple quick tips that you can do to initiate that first date and get out into the world with this person. All right? So a really simple way to do this is simply to ask. Saying something like, hey, I've really liked chatting with you. Do you want to get together later this week? Boom. Simple, straightforward, to the point. All right? They're going to come back in one of two ways. They're either going to say, yes, absolutely, when works for you, or what days work for you, or I can do Friday, what about you? Or they're going to get a little vague or a little wishy-washy with it, all right? Not to say they won't meet up with you, but just something to be aware of, right? They might ignore that you said that and just continue the conversation. They might say, yes, definitely, but not propose a plan. And what you can do, of course, in the first situation, boom, we're getting together, we're making a plan, all right? The second situation, be aware of it. You don't have to count them out completely, but I would give them one more opportunity to commit to going on a date. If they don't make a move or initiate by the second kind of, what would be the word for it? I guess opportunity that you're giving them to, likely they're never going to go on a date, right? Likely they're either a texting buddy only, not to say that you should continue texting them, but I'm just saying that they probably have no intention of actually getting into a relationship or getting out on a date. All right. So say that they do say yes, definitely, right? But they don't really say anything after that. What I would do is say, awesome, sounds awesome. You know, I could do Wednesday or Friday, when works for you, right? Boom. Give them two options, no more than that. Even give them one option. Say, hey, I can do Wednesday this week. Does that work for you? And then we have a plan in place. Now, once you have initiated that, I want you to pull back a little bit here because it should be an even balance of energy. We're going to get into in our later videos, masculine versus feminine energy. No matter if you're female or a male, everyone has components of masculine and feminine energy. So it's good to have this in balance in the relationship. So by initiating and by putting that out there, right, that's more masculine energy. Masculine energy is really initiating. It's really the protector, right? Things that we think of traditionally as masculine. Now, what happens is that when you pull back a little bit, and you allow them to make the plan, allow them to ask you what time works for you on that day, you're tapping into the feminine energy. You're allowing yourself to receive, and really that process of allowing balances out the energy. Because we don't want to constantly be initiating and pushing on a guy or on a girl, right? We just don't. Because then the balance and the energy is out of whack. And we want to also make sure that they're stepping it up, right? That they're actually going to make a plan and they're going to rise to our level of what we want. So it's a way to really make that clear at the beginning. All right. So this is a really simple way to get out on a date with someone and to make sure that you're not spending your time or wasting your time texting for weeks and weeks and weeks. That leads to nothing. Again, if you want to go deeper on this, if you want to start building up that internal confidence, if you want voice memo and text support throughout the experience of working with me, I am there for you. Let's chat more, let's connect, and see how we can really create that relationship that you've been craving. The person is out there for you. I know it. They're circling. They're in that circumference or they're in the vicinity. We just need to attract and pull them into our lives. I'll see you soon.